fixed cost is if you bought the car on loan or on payments, it's the loan payments. So if you leased a car, the fixed cost of your car is the loan payments you make on it. Another fixed cost is the insurance cost. It stays the same throughout your driving period, right? Insurance stays the same, or your lease payment stays the same. The variable cost for driving the car would be gas, right? It varies how much you drive. So if you're taking a trip to Florida, you might need more gas. If you're just driving in your hometown, you're going to be needing less. Other variable costs are wear and tears, tolls, depends on, which roads you take. So things that can vary. Now, relationship between marginals and average. If marginal is greater than average, then average increases. If marginal is less than average, then average decreases. If marginal is equal to average, then average doesn't change. Remains same. This will come handy as we talk about in future average costs, and we'll be doing graphs, a lot of graphs in which we'll be drawing these average cost lines and average total cost lines. So if you understand or try to remember the relationship that if marginal is greater than average, then average will increase. If marginal is less than average, average will decrease. If marginal is equal to average, then average does not change.
Marginal what? Marginal cost or marginal utility? I'm lost.
Any kind of.
Okay.
It could be marginal cost, utility. Any kind of marginal, if it's greater than its average, so marginal cost is greater than average cost, then average cost will increase. If marginal cost is less than average cost, then average cost will decrease. If marginal utility is greater than average utility is going to go up.
Okay.
So it could be cost, utility, whatever. That's just a basic mathematical relationship.
Cool.
This is your marginal cost curve. It's an upward sloping curve, just like a supply curve, just like supply. This is your average fixed cost curve. Then comes your average variable cost curve, then comes your average total cost curve. Notice that average total cost is on top. It's on top because it includes average variable cost and average fixed cost. That's why it's on top. Average total cost is equal to average variable cost plus average fixed cost, which is why it's above those two. So average fixed cost is your lowest, almost like a downward sloping kind of curve. Then average variable cost is decreasing at first, but then it starts to increasing after the intersection. It starts to go up, the average variable cost. Same thing with average total cost. It's decreasing, but then after the intersection with marginal cost, it starts to increase. And we'll see why this happens. This is gonna be our next couple of weeks. Oh, and I'm sorry, this is quantity, of course, quantity produced, and this is price. Okay, so I was thinking, why don't we do our surveys today? I'm gonna need a volunteer. Can somebody please volunteer